What's up, everybody? Welcome to Indiana Esports Network, powered by Zotac, Landfest, and Los Portal. I'm your boy, Zipmaster Flex, and I am here with my good friend, Orbital, that I casted with last time for Smash. And we had a good time. How you doing, Orbital?
I'm doing all right. It's gonna be a good time. I mean, we're into week number 6 here, so hopefully the teams are ready to go, and the players and everyone is, hoping to get onto the stages, get the characters, and get rolling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we are into Super Smash Brothers today, everybody, and we know the format is a 4v4 crew battle. Each player is going to go up. We put our first players out. If you lose a stock in that one, but you win the whole set, you go into the next game minus your one stock, and we go down the line and see which team is the last man standing. And so last time we were here, we watched a pretty big torture fest, didn't we, Orbital?
We really did, and that's kind of the fun that we get to see here on the broadcast. We get to see some of these players really step up and show their mettle, show why they deserve to be on a stage, and show why they're on the team. And I mean, it's awesome that we even get to put a camera on these players and to help us do that here at IHSEN. I mean, Zotac is an amazing group. If you're interested, we want to give a big shout out to them, Zotac Gaming, for powering today's stream. They've been an incredible supporter here, and we're able to bring this broadcast to all of you because of them. So to show our support, go ahead and give them a little bit of a check. You can go ahead and make sure to join the community on Discord, and also don't forget to use the hashtags powered by Zotac or hashtag ZotacUSA in any social media posts. If you want to give a shout out, you see a hype play here, make sure to tag Zotac as well.
I am actually doing that right now.
You
got to do it, right? I'm going to get that knocked out. We got some time before we get our players in here. While I make my tweet real quick, talk to the people about, we watched a great performance from our players last time, but they were the bottom 2 teams. Talk to the people about the sentiments we had about them being so skilled, yet having no wins.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. I mean, when you're at the bottom of the standings, you really get to throw everything to the wayside. I think a lot of the time you get to sit there and go, hey, things might have gone wrong throughout the season. Things might not have been this perfect scenario. So it's like, what can you do about it? And then you get to see players really step up. You get to see these players kind of roll through the opponents. And to me, it's one of my favorite things to be surprised a lot of the time. I love being surprised. I love being kind of told, hey, you're wrong about certain players, and especially at the bottom of the standings. I mean, you're trying to claw your way up to make it into the playoffs. Today, we actually have 2 teams that are in the middle of the pack. I believe right now it is going to be the likes of Lakeland, SSBU Varsity, going up against Kankakee Valley Varsity. Both teams sitting at about 2-3-3-2 standing, and for them it's like, you're still battling for your spot, and it's definitely going to be a tough one.
Yeah. I mean, if we saw the last 2 teams to not have any wins, and they were playing as well as they are, this is exactly what I was wanting to come back for, is to watch these middle of the pack. And I mean, I would say Kankakee Valley is probably one of the higher ones. I think everybody has L's on their docket, but either way, I'm saying this team is probably going to show us some really high level gameplay, and probably picking some pretty top tier characters, especially when we saw what we saw the last time. I'm ready to see what they all have on to bring to the table. I want to see what kind of characters they bring out. I'm looking for top tiers, to be honest, and I'm excited. We're going to see here now. We're getting into our first one, and we got Sora versus King K. Rool. King K. Rool is like he's a knowledge check type character, broken at the beginning of the game, but not really the greatest thing ever at this point. But if you play around the armor, you can definitely make some shit.
I mean, it's such an overwhelming character at points, and then of course you have that counter in there if you wish. But Sora, being that character that can that can get a little bit silly. I love the character matchups themselves. It's just it gets a little bit interesting with the combinations, especially you can see the Thundaga already there, and then the recovery is so good for aerial territories. I mean, here on this kind of, a little bit of the, man, my brain doesn't want to work, the Animal Crossing stages. I mean, you gotta love the changes that are going to be coming to the stage.
This edge guard, the stage control that we've seen from Lakeland so far, it's a crazy side smash. Is going to be able to get that one up out of there. The first stock completely dominated by King K. Rool himself.
And just the weight of the blows. Remember, every heavy attack coming out, every smash coming out from Lakeland's King K. Rool, it just puts a stamp on the DPS. I mean, you can see there, that was a dash. It's brutal. And so we're taking a look here. This is going to be Arcus as well, just trying to throw down with the best of them. The Sora just needs to gather space in the neutral, but so far, you're at 101%. Might as well be 80 at this point. And the Sora is just having troubles.
Definitely having big time trouble. He fell right to the setup a second ago. The Crown coming back pulled him into the vacuum. I mean, that was huge damage. Already at whoa, parry.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Nice way to. I didn't see that spot going that round.
Counter versus parry, that's all it is, right? You're like, dang, that actually hit. And of course, you're still sitting at 103, so a stock could go back. This is a much more even footing than we saw last week here. The King K. Rool, though, getting grabbed, tossed off the stage, up at 50. You try a little bit of an edge guard, but it doesn't work, so the King K. Rool gets to be that annoyance, throwing the crown out, having a little bit of a buffer in case anything goes wrong.
Yeah, this matchup is really just figuring out how to play around the setup. That's all King K. Rool is, right? He's kind of aggressive once he has the damage lead, but he racks it up by hitting setup after setup after setup. And we're watching this Sora definitely start to even things up here. Nice chase down off the edge. King K. Rool, good movement, but he's going to get clipped on landing after the dodge.
Yeah, and there's very, very little side to work with, but when no platforms are there, you get to clap back. Nasty forward smash, and it brings this Sora to one stock only.
You know, you said that you're old like me. You clap back like Ja Rule. You know that track? Oh, my goodness!
Oh,
my goodness. The down smash gets the KO there. Nice parry to stop the onslaught. Crown's going to be coming in hot. Oh, but he fell down below the stage, so the trajectory changed.
I mean, that's fine. You're more than okay. What a grab and throw! Oh my god! But you still get back. We talked about Sora's recovery. I mean, that was a well thought out plan. The King K. Rool, that would have been the end of any other character. But again, the Sora has such a great recovery that now you're sitting at 71-74. Out comes the Thundaga, bring the lightning down. You have a little bit of a blizzard to work with. If you can land it, you might be able to create a moment for a smash attack, but it's just so dicey.
Definitely so dicey. It is really close here. Up special, not going to KO. The crown throw, he's controlling the crown. This is exactly what you want to do against King K. Rool. Take away one of his biggest tools, but now he has it back. And the side smash is going to be the answer once again. Every single stock taken with that clap. And there it is. One stock left leading into the next player as Lakeland takes a lead.
You know, we kind of expected this with the first stock being taken. A lot of the way that matches go is just trying to even things out. And as soon as you take a stock over, you can sit there and go, yeah, we're fine. We'll go ahead, take one stock, and now we can trade stocks back and forth as long as we get damage down. And this is, you know, unlike how the previous Smash one that you and I did, this is how a crew battle generally goes. You get down to one stock, the next player just has to take one. You're back down to net neutral, and the main thing is seeing which characters come out. That's the most important factor. Who are you going to pick? And wow, that is a quick pickup here. That is going to be a Martha being brought out here. Chrome, sorry, man. Yeah. Martha and Chrome all look the same. But Chrome just, they're all sword characters, okay? I don't give anyone slack for that.
Yep, they're all sword characters. They're all, you know, very, very similar with buttons-wise, but everything they do operates a little different. Even if a button looks exactly the same, you know, it has a different pop-up. It has different hit properties. It has different damage values. So it changes up the way that they combo, the way that they KO, and all in every variation. Down to the final stock, if you were wondering, he was getting himself down to his last stock. Like I was saying, in the crew battle, you do have to go into the next game with your stock count from the last match. So he's down to his last one, and he's getting big damage laid upon dime.
And that's a big part about it. Remember, with the sword character, you have a little bit more reach and a lot more heavy hitting with the Chrome. It just brings a lot more DPS to the table. But you're a little bit heavier as well, so you float fast, or you fall down faster. You're able to get to the stage, reset up for some of these sword combinations. And so far, it's working very well. That's going to be a side smash. Forward smash brings about the stock end.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was quick and easy. Get that one stock up out of there. Doesn't take any extra damage. We have a tied game going into our next player from Lakeland. I got to double back here, Orbital. You sidestepped me. You didn't answer, dog. Do you know the Ja Rule song, Clap Back?
I do not. Unfortunately, I do not. Here's the bad part is I was so just not allowed to listen to music, man. I wasn't allowed to listen to a whole lot growing up, so I don't know that song. What is it?
It's just an old Ja Rule song. We gonna clap back. We gonna clap back. If you want to go check out some Ja Rule, that dude had the world in a chokehold for a while. He's definitely not the greatest rapper in the world, but he definitely had the world on his head for at least like a 4-year stint.
Dang, I wish I had that kind of control, man. Well, no, I don't want to be like a dictator or anything. I take that back. No, I'm good. But that's awesome to hear. Now I gotta go look him up. I recognize the name Ja Rule, but I never I don't think I've ever listened to any of his songs, and now I feel bad.
No, it's all good. It's all good. You know, I had the same. I was raised in a house where I had to sneak to listen to music, man. So
Dude, those are the days. Hey, listen, kids these days don't know having to sneak a whole like stereo set or putting your stereo set on like volume level 1 and just like praying your parents don't wake up, man. That ain't how it works anymore. They got headphones, they got all this stuff.
Right.
Actually, they had headphones back then too. I don't know what I'm saying. Don't listen to me.
It was just, you just might not have had them. You know, it was rough. It was rough. Oh man. All right, here we go. We got a Cloud in the building. Definitely one of my favorite. Whoa, brother, you're done. Oh, no. I was about to say he's one of the most powerful characters in the game, but his recovery is terrible, and it happened immediately.
This ain't Sora coming out here. This is just that hurts a lot. And here's the thing: in a crew battle, it hurts losing a stock like that. We mentioned the benefit of knowing who your opponent is going to be. You knew you're facing a Chrome, and yet you lose out on the stock. And now all of a sudden, this Chrome player is going to be slaughtering through. You can already see the damage numbers racking up here. Yes, the Chrome is sitting at 43, but you're already stock up, so you can get a little bit more answer. You can get a little bit more silly. You can get a lot more annoying.
Oh, definitely. And we think about that 28. That's only 2 hits. He only hit him 2 times. Crom does some mad damage. Look at that. He's at 49 off of 2 more hits. And it's just all evening up as we speak.
Oh, and now that it's evened, it's just... I mean, you hate to see it. For the Cloud, we need to see the control on the lower, and you do huge smash. The special is good. It doesn't end, but you put him at 116, and now you're just going to slam those Wind Blasts out there. Just try and get that ledge coverage and jump on in. What a read, but the shield was up. Very neatly done. However, Crom in a really rough spot.
Definitely. He's just got to land one more big hit. If he can get his limit break back and find a place to land the cross slash. Cross slash is pretty easy to land, one of Cloud's best KO tools. So if he can land one more of those, it's definitely over with. He can actually catch him with a back air too and just get this over with. But it's going to be easier said than done as we see the movement and the defense. The patience is very well done right now coming on the side of Lakeland.
I'm sitting here going, man.
Kankakee.
Yeah. They swap spots again with how custom games go in SSBU. The bottom sides will swap every so often. Just keep eyes on the name. Just keep eyes on the characters as well, and you'll know who's doing what. That's the real thing, because even the players themselves can get mixed up. It can be a little bit dangerous, especially in 2v2s. I would like to see 2v2s come back in kind of that brutal fashion. But right now, 172. Honestly, the Crom is doing a really nice job staying alive right now. A single hit could be their doom, and they want to keep this stock lead. The Cloud needs to find a finisher, needs to find that smash.
That edge guard attempt, especially on a character like Cloud, is so good. He tried to slide off into the parry to catch him doing the rising upper and didn't quite catch, but he still gets the stock on even ground, and the game is far from even. 172, 2 stocks up. Crom starting off strong here. He can't find the combos he wants, but he's definitely being a lot more aggressive knowing he's got such a lead.
Yeah, I mean, like, in any sense you want to try and keep this stock. I mean, I understand that you want to, but honestly, you're doing a god tier work. Yes, you lose that stock, but you still were able to hit 33%. Ideas are blooming, though, here, because if you can go ahead and take this last stock, you basically put the likes of Lakeland on a 2-stock deficit, which would be huge heading into the last 2 players.
Yeah, that would be super huge. And super unfortunate knowing how it would have been set off, man. That lost stock at the beginning is just, it's absolute pain. I'm so sad for Lakeland right now. Because if you think about it, He's right there.
Oh!
Get robbed, my boy.
Yeah, no, that wasn't robbed. You robbed Crom of their second up B. You robbed them of their recovery. And that was such a well-timed play. I think Lakeland's Cloud knew that was going to happen. It was such a well-timed play. Now you get a chance to fight back. And honestly, this is not the worst scenario to be in. Of course, you still don't want to lose the stock. You still don't want to lose that scenario. But let's see if they can do it.
I mean, if anything, even if he loses, right? Oh my gosh, it's so close. He's going to make it back. He had limit break. That saved him. But the punish on the short hop off ledge, that's going to be it. Yeah, but regardless, even if he loses the stock like he just did, he at least got him down to the final stock. It was looking like he was going to be on the second stock going into the next player, but evened it up. Lakeland in a much better position than it looked like they were going to be.
Here's the deal, though. Remember, it was previously, I believe it was Lakeland that were up one stock, and they're not losing out a little bit, right? Like, this is going to be the Cloud sitting there, or Lakeland going, well, dang, how are we gonna really fight back against this? We had a little bit of a stock advantage for a bit, and now we've lost that advantage, and now the back and forth dynamic is into man, my brain is Kankakee's into Kankakee's favor, because they get to see what the third player is for Lakeland. They get to see what the third character is going to be and how it's going to play out here. So very nice job by the Crom to be able to draw this battle a little bit longer.
Yep. Definitely. And that's a big point you bring up, talking about how they are now in the position to where, yes, the Crom has one stock left. Even if they take out the Crom and don't lose a stock, it's still a slight lead position for them, because their next two players, they can choose between them and go with whatever matchup they see is fit. So that's a good look. And we're getting the Samus Aran. Samus, a character that I remember. I'm so old that I remember when we were kids and we didn't even know that was a woman under that outfit.
Yeah. Those are the days, man. That was if the internet was around then, like as hype as it was, like that would have been a wild moment. That would have made all the headlines out there. So yeah. But I haven't seen a Samus in a competitive series in a while either. Quite surprised. It has good range, but it's so floaty, and to be able to actually get close to a sword character can be difficult. I mean, projectile combinations are decent, but it's not overwhelming on this character. It's a nice mix in between, but this is the problem. You can go ahead, get close, you can easily lay down the damage. It's a light character, so Crom might be able to take a stock pretty easily.
Exactly. That is the biggest issue. Being slightly light, not putting out the highest damage, and everything you're doing is just methodical. So if somebody's just putting on brute strength against you, as we're seeing Crom do, you know, man, what a matchup. Zoner versus a rushdown. Man, he tried to get gangster on him real quick.
Yeah, that was only, what, 70-80%? That's what we were just talking about. I mean, the Samus can output some decent damage, but the fact that you only gotten 33% and you lost your first stock at about 80, it hurts, to say the least. So well done to this Crom player, continuing this this brutal beatdown, taking so far, I believe, about 4 stocks.
Tried the grab, and that's another thing about Samus, long range grab, but a lot of startup on the grab, so wasn't able to get the punish right there with the grab attempt, and now just eating more and more damage, not able to find the strikes needed to close out this Crom player. Missile out, doesn't matter, he's short hopping over it every time, but the out of shield up special is gonna be good.
Right now, this Crom is just like, I gotta hang on. I just want one more stock, and I miscounted. It's actually 5 so far with the one that they just took against this Samus player. If you can get another, it puts you at a pretty decent lead. However, great shoulder charge. That'll be Lakeland to go ahead and close out the second player for Kankakee Varsity.
Yes. All right. Well, you lose the stock, but you get the job done. Okay, now, you're still in good footing. Maybe, hopefully, the next character isn't as hard hitting. Let's see what they decide to throw out. What does Kankakee go with to combat Samus Aran, the zoning methodical player?
Oh, man. I'm always so interested in how this is, like, the back and forth dynamics, because here's the deal. There's going to be another set, right? There's always going to be another set. There's going to be another player to come out. And to me, it's all about which characters you want to bring to the table and which characters you want to open with. As now, we get, away with the sword fighters. Go ahead, take all the swords out of the game, or the key if you were the one playing Sora. We got the Joker coming in. Let's bring a little bit of rage. Let's bring some, some angels into this. Like, this is going to be crazy.
Yeah, he's not the Joker of old, but this character is still very high tier. Definitely is a ridiculous pick. I mean, this dude in his base form is already a menace. He has that great parry that helps him build up his gauge. He has great combos even in this form, but when he gets into the other form, dude, it is monstrous. Look at this. Look at what he can do. I mean, that wasn't a lot of damage, but he can put you in a lot of situations like that. He has multiple combo rounds.
And as soon as you get that, the amplified form, it's all hell is gonna break loose. There's gonna be the reflect, and you bring the DPS right back, and now all of a sudden the Samus is on that ledge. Great guard on the edge, and again, we mentioned the Samus. The recovery is a bit difficult. You float a little bit too easily.
Dude, what a quick KO. The parries were on point. Every move is just amplified in this state. We're getting near the end of it, but it has already racked up 64%, everything it needed to do. Oh my gosh. Nice back airs. Set up with a good parry. Oh my gosh, run attack meeting the up special.
Oh man. This is, you want to see that pure finish here. Joker wants to clean this up, push to the last character. If you can, it's huge. But of course, you don't want to lose a stock in the process. This could be a massive, massive move for Kankakee Valley Varsity. 140, dancing on the edge. You're not going to get your Joker back just in time. Your wild card, I should say. Are you going to get a grab? Are you just trying to bait it out? Are you just waiting? Okay, you actually did inside, but you get met center stage and lose your stock.
Nice. A nair. No, that was an up air. Sorry about that. The up air. Getting the close out there. Joker definitely light, especially in base form. So that was a good stock off. I don't think you're happy with that. You want to send your next player out to deal with Joker with 2 stocks, but at least you got the one. You got to look at the cup as half full.
I mean, you just got to get the finish. You just got to get the finish. That's all we're looking for here. 147 is very, very doable. Great block. Great block to counter. That's going to be it. 5 stocks remaining for the last player of Lakeland to get through.
That is pain, because here's the thing. It's not like as the offensive player, you don't know that Joker's going to do that. It's just win. And he did it perfect. He got himself back onto center stage, waited a moment, like you said, did shield into the parry. So it's like, all right, shoot the projectile, and then I'm going to parry your follow-up. And that's what ended up closing the game. That was so clean. So clean.
I'm very, very excited to see how this plays out, because I want to see Lakeland actually bust out a crazy move. I want to see Lakeland go like insane mode right now. I want to see them be able to really fight back. I want to see them be able to, have this miraculous turnaround. And whoever this last player is, I expect them to throw down with the best of them. And I think they can. We've seen a pretty back and forth stage so far. And we've seen the King K rule, we've seen the Cloud, we've seen the Samus. There's a wide variety of characters behind it. So I'm not sure. Maybe you have a close range fighter. The heavy fighter, but I want a little bit close range, a little bit faster characters as well. Both Cloud and Samus are not known for the speed. It's a Kirby. Okay.
What?
That's not what I was expecting, but I love it.
I love it, but I don't know if he's going to fare the best against Joker, man.
Yeah, okay. I agree with that one, Zim.
Like, I'm a huge fan of watching Kirby, don't get me wrong. But, man, I don't know. And you know what? Since this is the first set, remember, this is a best of 3, guys, for each school. Best of 3, so you have to win 2 of these crew battles to win for the week. He is looking nice right now. My goodness.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, hey, I love that. Kirby looking
untouched.
crispy.
Oh.
He got touched. Only for 2%, though. Not too bad.
No, it's not. But again, these counters. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're gonna get messy with this. I love it. And again, a Joker variety grab isn't the biggest thing in the world, but I love the spacing that's currently going on here. That's not gonna be a stock, which is surprising, but this is gonna be the grab on the ledge. So huge thing about the Joker is understanding that, hey, this Kirby wants to move fast and loose. I need to play a little bit further away. I need to go ahead and stack up, get my amplification, you know, have that extra damage in the back pocket, and then deny the follow-through, deny this Kirby the close-range combat that they want.
Nair after nair. There goes a fair. Trying to find the last touch. And then one more nair. I think that one would have actually finally been the KO, but couldn't land it. There goes the forward tilt.
Oh, that could have been messy. That could have been messy. That ledge grab was, it could have made some things go a little bit sideways, but right now I like this hold, but it's still alive. Joker is still alive in this? That's crazy right now.
Yeah, he's not been able to, he's landing like his mid-tier blows.
There
we go. There we go. Right, he hasn't been able to land anything huge, so he's not like getting the blows that would guarantee the KO, so it took a lot longer. Leading himself into getting to 79%, now at 90, while we have Joker in the final form. This is gonna be rough stuff to try to rack up damage before you lose the stock. Nice. Didn't quite get the combo, but the parry on the wake-up attempt.
Oh. All right, 140 and counting, but right now this Kirby is doing a lot more work than I thought. Very, very neat. You're able to grab this last stock as well. You put it to a three stock scenario, and all of a sudden everyone's kind of wondering what's going to go down. It's going to be a nice punt, though. Nice job by the Joker, finally closing that stock out.
Yeah, gave him Das Boot with the run attack. Great job here. Trying to put his team in the best position to win. The Lakeland clutch mode activated. Doesn't get the punish on the parry early on the down smash. But now I am him and he is me. Kirby stealing the powers.
Oh, man. But the Joker's opening up with some strong tags here, being able to bring out the Joker and saying hello. Up airs to try and finish, not able to catch the Kirby. 100 tons comes down, and there's going to be the neutral. You called it earlier, Zip, and that's the finish.
Yeah, there it is, another nair. Out of the down special, too, right? He turns it to the 100-pound weight, popped out of it, leaves him aerial into an instant nair. You know, kind of out of shieldish, if you will. But, yeah, great play. It was very, very good on the side of Lakeland, putting this down to the final stocks. I mean, the final players. It is 3 stocks to 2. What is the final character?
I mean, you're not wrong that it's final stocks and final players. You're not wrong there. Is it going to be messy, though? I mean, we mentioned before that Kirby is a very floaty character. I mean, out of all the characters they played so far, you know, the King K. Rool, the Cloud, and the Samus, Kirby is absolutely the lightest. It can be killed so easily, but has good recovery. So I wonder if for Kankakee, I expect them to swing hard. And this might be a way to do it. Bring out that brute force effort, trade, you know, 2 or 3 hits, but bring the damage out instead. Byleth has so many great finishers to that table, and so many, I want to say, fakes to come out as well. You have so many kind of stall movements to work with that can cause some problems for the Kirby.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's very good space control, too, right? So it's like, it's going to be a little harder. I don't think he's going to get it for free the way he was against Joker. He is in right now, but look, the range is going to be so good. Nice keep away
and look at that.
Big damage.
Oh, but a big windup, it might be that problem behind. I forgot about that one as well. If you're a heavy hitter, the big windups are your downfall. And we've seen so far that Kirby loves punishing that. These combos have been well trained. And, I mean, for the Kirby, unfortunately, you got to fall to the ground. The platforms did not want to stay with you.
So you get down there and scrap, my boy. No more plats for you. That's a punish. Yes. Side tilt. Forward tilt, if you will. Nice. That's fair. Good damage. Oh, goes under the back air with the down smash. Turning it into a little pancake.
I think they can do a little bit more as well. Good follow through. Right now, this Kirby is doing so much work. Can you follow through on this stock? Very nice high hits. I mean, you're creating the space and you're keeping yourself on center stage. And I like this weight. The Byleth is like, please don't actually try and fight me. I'm not going to come to you. But if we do, what a perfect block as well.
Yeah, those perfect blocks have been money so far from Lakeland's Kirby, but now down pretty big, has to take this stock without taking damage. I'm telling you right now, it's at that type of situation. Very good edge guarding and the forward air will take the stock. Very last hit with the most force, clip him with the kick, and here we are. Good start from the Byleth.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Oh! What a good startup here. Again, for this Byleth, you get extra time. You have an extra stock behind, so you can play this one really, really hard. And you're running roughshod. But for the Kirby, you gotta play a little bit heftier. Go to the ground game. Make sure to follow up those combos, but don't get too floaty. Don't put yourself in a dangerous spot. What a good block. Again, the shield is too good right now. But you're only sitting at 70. You now eclipse 90 on the Byleth, but you're out of platforms.
Yep. Oh, nice nair. Doesn't hit with the force portions, but so it adds to a combo. That's good. Didn't hit the sweet spot. All right, what we got? The space control and the timing right now is all in control of Lakeland. Lakeland is doing a great job, but now how do you find the last hit?
Find the last hit by a straight hit. Oh!
Perfect block into the nair. What a great play. But it is dire straits for the boy. He's at 112 with the Kirby. We just talked about how light he is. Oh, doesn't get the combo. He's racking it up. I love this aggression.
You're at 112. You don't care. You are following through. You're playing off the fact that the Byleth doesn't want to get hit and wants to try and play a little bit further, get you at a kill percentage, but it's not working. It's not working, the Kirby. No way. You tag him off the ledge as well.
Yo, he's cooking. Oh, no! In the forward air, sweet spot is gonna land. 79% on final stock. Violet closing it out for Kankakee Valley. Varsity, they are up 1-0. My goodness.
That was looking messy. I'm not gonna lie. That was looking very, very messy at the end of the day, and it was. I want to say almost like a stroke of luck.
Yo, honestly, because that was pure domination on the side of Kirby, and he just got clipped, being a little too aggressive. But the spacing was there. You know, it was a little bit of luck, but the spacing and timing to land the sweet spot on that forward air, you know, that was definitely patient, poised button choice.
And here's the other thing. I don't want to say it's purely luck at the end of the day, but the fact that Lakeland's Cloud had a little bit of a mistrip, tripped up, lost an early stock, and it kind of fell flat. It actually gave that Crom player not just one, but 2 legs up. Remember, it was originally Kankakee that came into the second player early. They were the ones that were down in a stock count, and they were able to float back because the Cloud dropped. So for Lakeland, you knew that you're very, very close. The Kirby can easily be that anchor, so far doing really well at the end. Just needs to be an even game overall, I think. But for Kankakee, they're sitting at 1. They're hoping for a little bit more, so I'm excited. Kankakee has a chance to kind of pick themselves up a little bit faster.
Yeah, that was good. That's good. All right, so we now know what each team's offer. Okay, so we get to come to this next one, and now the player choices to open up, right? Deciding who's going to be the anchor or who's going to open up for you guys is a little bit more meaningful who you send out first. The other one's blind, right? This time it's like, okay, we've seen everybody you guys have. You know, honestly though, they might already know what each other has anyway from watching each other in previous weeks. So, I mean, but that also depends on if people have pockets. I don't know. This is interesting. I want to see what happens here. What do we start with?
I mean, a big thing is you have to take a look and say, okay, well, we know for a fact that Kankakee, they don't have extra players in the reserve. That's actually something that we do have to take into account. So if you take a look at their match profile, I believe for Kankakee, they only have 4 players to rotate through. And those 4 players will be playing throughout the entirety. It's the question of, do they have others outside of their mains, right? So for Kankakee Valley, I'm sitting there going, if I have to send out an opener, I want to actually see that Joker. I prefer Joker as an opener because you can deal with so many different options. You can play the close range combat, you can play long range, especially against the King K rule. If you face off against the King K rule, you're actually going to have a lot of time to build up your meter, build up your bar, and be able to drop a lot of extra damage without worrying too much.
Oh, definitely. And he can actually do pretty well in the projectile war. As soon as he throws the crown, if you short hop over it into his, what is that thing? The little will-o-wisp, the fire he throws. If he does the short hop over that and throws that, he kind of wins that trade. All he has to do is he hits him with that, and then he can hop right back over and not have to get hit by the crown. He's good to go. Or you can just run a second combo with it and then just evade the crown on the way back. So that's a pretty good play he could set up. I don't know what character they would. Well, shoot. I mean, if we get Kirby versus him, we saw what happened. So, but I don't know if you want to expend your Kirby as your first pick. So this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. But you know what else is interesting.
What's that?
This show being put on by LandFest. You know what I mean? LandFest has always been doing their thing out here across 18 states, 150 events a year. You can find an event near you at landfest.com. And these guys are putting on a stream for you guys right now for these Scholastic players and making sure that they get noticed the way that they should. Hopefully these guys get some scholarships out of this, man.
I mean, they're in the high school region, and a lot of these players, if I'm taking a look, a lot of them are actually in their sophomore and junior years. They're not in that crazy stage yet, but they are looking towards that future, and that's the best part. I love the fact that you pointed out, get the scholarships, get your way into the likes of the upcoming matches. Now, to give an idea, we do have the openers starting out here. It's going to be Ryan and Joel, and we haven't been talking about the names, but we should. Joel was if I'm not mistaken, was the Byleth. That was at the very end, the anchor for the side of Kankakee. And then Ryan was the one that actually played Samus in the previous. And the Samus is quite surprising to me as an opener. Again, it's a light character. You can lose stocks fairly quickly. But I wonder if they're saying for Ryan, you don't have that many good matchups in this play, or you have a separate character that you want to run.
Yeah. You know, I'm sure some of these guys got some cargo shorts, a lot of pockets, you know. They can pull out some different characters. We'll see what happens. You know, in the chat, we see a guy as definitely not the Crom. I'm just saying the Crom was crazy. That is the statement of Giant Bunny. Giant Bunny, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say, I think you're the Crom. I think you're the Crom.
Yeah, this is it's going to be a test at the end of the day, and I'm just, oh man, there's gonna be some questions here. Again, for Lakeland, it's just how many mistakes can we mitigate? How many times can we kind of put away the fact that we had some mistakes? Can we clean it up? And if we can, that's beautiful. And if not, how do we come back from that? You have a lot of characters cover a wide variety of issues. Or a wide variety of opponents, so make use of that. But for Kankakee, I'm interested right now. You pointed out the Crom. The Crom I don't think is going to have as much of a fun time this time around. I think it's going to be a lot more difficult. And considering you're sending out the Byleth first, I'd like to see the Crom as the anchor this time around.
Crom anchor. I mean, he did do a great job. But, you know, we're talking about, you know, mistakes and things that we saw Lakeland make. Honestly, I don't think you overthink any of that. It was down to the wire. You definitely showed you can beat these guys. You're not scared. I wouldn't be. If I was their coach, I'd be like, you know what? You lost the first round. Just play your game. I'm not worried about anything. Every matchup, every player was able to go toe-to-toe with every player. You just got to make sure you close out. And so I wouldn't be too worried. I just kind of let the kids do their thing and let them make the choice and just not overthink it. I honestly, we're at a point where we saw everybody on such a even footing. You kind of just let them go out with whoever they want. And we get the Samus first from Lakeland. I kind of like that. Set the tone, play it slow, and see what happens. Pyra is going to be coming out, though, from Kankakee. And we did not see this last time. So there goes some of those cargo shorts pockets being opened up.
And also the swap to the Dark Samus has a little bit different hit registry, I believe, is the main reason. However, this Pyra has such a nice advantage of being able to have those form swaps, being able to swap between the two characters, and you get to be that bully factor as well. So again, the opener is already causing a little bit of havoc, going a little bit faster, knowing that the Samus has a long charge up time on some of those attacks. We mentioned it before in the first set. This time around, keeping it at about 73-80% right now.
I can't remember, actually. What is the difference in Dark Samus and the other Samus? Is it the projectiles are better, more damage for regular Samus, and the strikes are stronger for Dark Samus? Is that what it is? I can't remember.
Yeah, so Dark Samus is just an echo fighter, is all it is. I mean, these are some of the fighters that have been brought in. A lot of people know this, but for Samus, it's just slightly different hit trajectories, and I think the damage is amped up in certain abilities or certain strikes. So it's not crazy different, but it's enough to cause a little bit of a touch-and-go scenario. At the base, though, the Samus is still the same, which is why we are seeing it have such a tough time. I mentioned before, I don't really like Samus as an open. I don't. It's too floaty. I can't deal with as much. And right now, we're still seeing it as socked down and then some.
Yeah, it's definitely looking quite nasty right now. But I also don't. I think that it was a good pick for the open. I wasn't mad at it. I just think you ran into the matchup of Pyra. Like, this character already, Pyro Mithra is definitely like top 5, top 3. And then you're going, and you're also going up against, you didn't know you were going to fight this strong of a rushdown. You know what I mean? One of the best characters in the game. So I don't think it was a bad pick. It's just, man, it's a bad matchup territory.
But that's the fear. As an opener, you have to be ready for just about anything. That's the unfortunate side to a crew battle. You are sent as the tester. You are sent as sometimes that I don't have fun ways to put it. You're the bait, right? Like you're put out there to just deal with anything that the opponent throws at you. So it's a tough one to swallow right now. And honestly, yes, that's going to be a stock back, but the Pyro Mithra still holding a stock advantage plus 51%.
I like it. Went ahead and switched straight into the Pyro to rack up damage. It's already at 51, right? So you're just like, okay, I have a lead. Let's just try to get this closeout quickly with my heavy strikes. Nice, perfect block, but no punish. Okay, all right, we're gonna see if we can get something started here on the side of Lakeland. Samus having a hard time, but playing a lot better as this match has gone on. Oh gosh!
Jeez.
From
I mean, the Pyro Mithra.
No.
Yeah, like Pyro Mithra is not going to stop anytime soon. At this point, you're waiting for a smash. You go ahead, don't block that fully charged blast. So big damage going down. But here's the percentage wrap, and you're caught in the air. There's no way out.
Yeah, I knew that was it. There was no way. You got caught on the recovery. You had already used all the rest of your resources. You're going to have the recovery left, but there was no way you're getting around that long blade of Pyro Mithra. And we saw that come true. And there it is, a pretty sizable lead to start this one off for Kankakee.
Dang, such a clean start. I'm very, very impressed. Once again, this is going to be that difficult stance. I mean, Pyro Mithra is a difficult one to fight against. You have the swap ability, but again, with all the other characters that can come out, I mean, we have the Kirby, we have the Cloud, the King K. Rool. If these are the same players playing once again, I do expect maybe King K. Rool. I think King K. Rool here has enough bluster to get through a lot of those faster combos that a Pyro Mithra wants to throw down. I'd also be very happy. I think it did well in terms of stalling out and being able to get close. So we'll see if that's what it's going to be.
You know what it makes me wonder right there also? Each team is 4 players and 2 subs. I wonder if they subbed out, if that was the same Samus, or if they subbed in one of their other players that just happened to play Dark Samus.
Well, that might be it. However, we just been informed that this is going to be Tennyson, who played the Cloud last time. That was actually going to be my secondary choice. I actually like it. So we'll see. We'll see if this is going to be a good matchup. Again, the Cloud last time, I think we had a lot of questions. Oh my gosh, you're breaking out the mid. Okay, these players have so many different pocket picks.
I'm telling you. Reach into those shorts. Oh my man, this character right here honestly made me stop playing this game. Like, she was torturing me. I still play it for fun, but I stopped playing ranked when Min Min came out because I can't fight it. I can't. I don't understand how anyone fights this. But I also play Bowser, so like that's a terrible matchup.
Like you're
terrible.
You play Bowser, I play Little Mac. Like we both understand that we're not gonna win any matchup, man. But right now, it is that coverage. I think you were trying to use the minion to once again create space, stay away from your opponent. But right now, look at this chase tech. This Pyro Mithra swap combo is just being a brutal piece of that puzzle. Already 55 on this Min Min, and you just try and throw those long-range combinations, those arms trying to extend, but as soon as it gets wrapped up in the melee, it's a difficult spot to be in. Another great hit.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, watching this Pyro Mithra really control things right now, operating smooth around the long strikes of Min Min, but a little bit of scramble happened for both players at the moment. Oh my gosh! I think you still make that as Min Min. No, you do not. Oh my lord. Maybe wait a little bit longer, or maybe you're just out of range. I don't know.
For Lakeland, this is feeling a little bit brutal right now. Already down 1 stock. You need to grab another. Well, you need to grab one for your own, and right now that's a big fist to come out here. This is a brutal showing. Great charge smash, forward smash brings that stock to a close.
There it is. I like it. We got that stock up out of there. And now it's time for the party to begin. 2 stocks to 1, but a whole player up. Kankakee really can just I like this because he can really, this Byleth player can really just put on an onslaught and just really just keep firing at him, not have to think too much because you've already done your job.
I mean, at this point, though, you can do so much more if you wish. 119, you can see here. I love this hold on the top side. You don't go for the edge guard. You just say, I know you're going to get up. As long as you don't jump, I'm fine. It's going to be a little bit of an up air, but not really going to land. So now you get to hide out here. Sweeps low, sweeps mid, checks back, shield is up. Another throw of that sword. Very neatly done.
That's actually pretty cool. We haven't really seen that utilized.
Oh.
My gosh. The control on the edge is so tough because you can't get up with the attack. You can't reach. You can't jump because he's doing a short hop down air, and that's going to cover you coming off the ledge. And then we just saw what happens if you just try to do the regular get up. Like, that coverage is too good.
And at this point, it's just waiting for the inevitable. You've taken 5 stocks on your own, about to take a 6th if you can. Chasing to the ledge, and there's no get up. There's no get up. A mistake once again. This time on the min. That hurts.
To be honest, it wasn't even a mistake. That was just a perfect setup because you're put in a situation where they leaked off the side with you. It was perfect range off the side air. Then they leaked off the side with you. You had to dodge it because if you tried to go strike for strike doing your recovery to latch on, you were going to get hit out of it. So that was going to be death, right? And so you went for the dodge, which ends up putting you too low before you can get back and do your recovery. So you couldn't get back on. That was over. It was guaranteed, set in stone. It was not a mistake. It was a perfect play from the Pyramithra.
Real. We give credit where credit is due. I rescind my statement. It was not a mistake. It was just well played. But now that's going to be a 5-stock lead. Currently going over to Kankakee's side. They've taken out 2 characters. Now all they need is 1 more. And honestly, that's all they're kind of sitting on. I say 1 more because you've already eclipsed most of them. You've taken out, 5-stock lead. 6 total you've been able to take away. And so Lakeland are pretty much on their last leg. This is one of the roughest scenarios to try and get through, by the way. And I mentioned before, I really did like the Byleth's player play before, but on this Pyramithra, it's so overwhelming. The speed at which they are challenging some of these fights, really, really good.
I like it. I like it a lot. But what I will say is both teams have very high caliber players, and I actually, there's a lot of times you can look at something like this and just be like, it's kind of insurmountable. It looks like it's not going to be possible. I think they can do it because all you need to do, you come in, you take out the stock, right? And then if you can have the same type of performance and run through the next player after you take out the last stock of Pyramithra, if you can have a performance like that, now you kind of got it back to even footing, right? You're not down too big, and this is the perfect play. This is it. You need to have enough health that you don't lose a stock against this heavy hitting character, and you can sell that he likes to stay on Pyro. He likes to stay with the heavy hitting big damage. You can take those hits. Now, how is he if he sticks with the Mithra portion? Is he going to be able to move quickly enough to get through the zoning factor of Mr. King K. Rool? We'll find out here in a moment as we have it down to the stocks, and we're about to get to a double taunt. Let's get it rocking.
Yep, gotta battle it out, and honestly, this little bit of a shift in ideals, that's gonna be the challenge. But look at the easy sword swipes. We said King K. Rool can bluster through a lot of those strikes, but you gotta at least strike back. There it is, finally a boot in the face, throwing out the crown to cover the lows, and now gets to go on the 1 platform here. This is gonna be dangerous on both sides, I feel like. Oh.
This is the call I made. Look, he's edge guarding. What in the world? What a way to get back on that stage safely. That side smash almost got the job done. But you see that he's really been relying on on Mithra, like I was saying, for this matchup. And now he's got the damage. He's going for the closeout. This is kind of general Pyramithra play, but nobody else has made him stick with utilize the Mithra at all. So now, coming in here, doing exactly what I was talking about, racking it up, attacking it up, and losing that first stock is actually kind of sad to see for this team of Lakeland. They needed him to come in here and get a swift KO.
At the same time, you can't blame him. This singular player is doing very, very well. Joel throwing down a junior here. in this on this team and in school. Very, very important. Finally is going to go down after taking 7 stocks. Well over the half needed to kind of put your team in the lead. I mean, it took some time, but you did it. You finally took out the Pyramithra player.
Yep. I mean, to make this even, to start trying to get back to where it's possible, you have got to win this next one for Kankakee.
Yep.
I mean, for Lakeland. I think you've got to be able to take this character, this next player out, or at least get them to final stock to give your final player a fighting chance. But getting him to final stock, you're still leaving him up against, what, 7 more stocks? Nah, G. You got to win this.
Ooh. I'm sitting here wondering what they're going to throw out. Again, because we had some of the character swaps, I don't know what else you really want to bring to that table.
Mewtwo!
Where did the Mewtwo come from? I love this so much.
Definitely. Mewtwo. I absolutely love this character. I've loved this character since Melee. He's just so cool. I mean, obviously, I loved him since Pokemon back in the day. Like, he's always been a cool character, and Smash has made the perfect iteration of him into a fighting game character.
I love it, and of course, I like this. You go ahead, start off with the 61, and here's the big thing about Mewtwo. You can get caught up in some of those combos, and it actually stops. There it is, right there. You deny the crown a little bit, and you make this King K roll actually float a little bit too much, and all of a sudden the King K roll can't do anything. The setups aren't going to be there. Yeah, there it is, some extra damage right back. You are a straight counter, but of course, that down smash doesn't actually land. The down air doesn't land like you want, but it is going to be close enough. What a setup. Do you get the grab? No, you don't.
Oh, my goodness. Don't really have to deal with the edge guard. It leaked up a little too high, and then, oh my gosh! Yo, that is the end-all be-all of this matchup. He can't do any of his setups because you deny all the projectiles and make it rough for him. So now he kind of just has to throw fisticuffs, and it's too difficult for this character to do so against Mewtwo.
Look at this. I love this. And it feels like King K. Rool hasn't really identified that, saying, okay, I'm just going to keep trying to hit. Now we're both countering, just trying to block projectiles back. And that's not what you want to be in. A good forward air is going to keep that platform yours. But you do fire the Mewtwo out. Try and keep them away. No teleport is going to land, but you're at 112. Honestly, this Mewtwo has done their job.
Definitely done the job, dude. It's just one touch. Dominated the matchup. Still back at it again with the white Vans. Damn, Daniel. All right, there we go. Got back up there. Got the grab. Here we go. Trying to find a little something set up. Yes. And that's going to be a big hit.
What the?
Oh, trying to land the confusion. Oh, my gosh.
There it is. There it is. Oh, man.
Dominant performance. Dominant performance. Oh,
I loved it.
I loved it.
I loved it. That Mewtwo was like the counter. I've never seen a character get countered that hard, by the way.
I agree.
That was like, normally you see the overwhelming might of a player. You know, hey, they're hitting their combos more. They're really keeping up with the pacing. I've never seen someone directly challenge the likes of a projectile setup in that manner, right? I've just never seen it in that way of just like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and block every crown that you throw, almost every cannonball that you throw, and then I'm going to go in with a confusion to finish it all off. It was very well thought out. Kankakee, well worthy of their 3 victories so far. Just about to put the stamp on a 4th. Very, very impressive job from them so far.
Yeah. It's looking like they get a record of 4-2, but it is not done yet. We can possibly see a super big time clutch here to push us into a game number 3. But man, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's been looking good so far on the side of Kankakee. Man, the highlight play from that match just now was Shadow Ball, right? Watching King K. Rool want to parry and send it back at you. Okay, cool. Threw one, got it sent back. All right, watch this. Sent another one, got it sent back by the parry again, and then reflected it back with your own reflect. And it was like, it's coming back to you, buddy. And there was a nice little tennis match there that Mewtwo set up. And I mean, this dude, you can tell he loves this character. He knows what to do.
Yeah, we're getting into the last of it, by the way. You have 8 stocks that you got to get through. Kirby is the final, the anchor of all, the little puffball of doom, if you give him the right time and space. All right, let's see it go down.
Man, he's just going to have a rough time getting into the spacing he wants. We saw that he's able to do pretty large chunks of damage and get some good combos when he gets what he wants. There goes another one of those little strings. Tried to come down and pull him down, but he ends up hitting with only the projectile portion. He's looking good, man, but sheesh. It's just such a long journey he's going to have here. Down smash the wrong direction.
That's always the feels bad part. Whenever you're a character that has a directional down smash, I don't like life. But you don't care. You don't care. You get the grab, you get the toss, you get the stock. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. What a float back up with a charged up ball, and it's perfect right now. 25 and count.
Yep. It's the setup he did on that edge play was just perfect, right? You have the charged shadow ball, so you threaten by falling a little bit further away from the stage. Once they try to shield and they have to direct their edge guard, just float over the top of them. That was so good. And right now, dominating the mid screen. Hits with the side smash. And the shadow ball is full charge, gonna let that rip, and now he goes over for the up smash, but it was interrupted and landed the first frames, but wasn't able to get the final hit. Back throw, and you're too light, buddy. Get out of my game. You know, Kirby's an honorary Pokemon, isn't he?
That's just mean to say. That is, Mewtwo's gonna take that as a challenge at this point, man. They're gonna take it as a challenge. 144 on the count. Very nice block. Stock taken back. I feel like Mewtwo's kind of disrespected by your comments, it.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling that. He wasn't feeling that. Oh, you know, shout out. Oh my gosh, the down smash. You're at 92. You're in KO territory, but that's not enough. Super close.
Nah, that would have been it. If the down air actually landed off stage, like that would have been it. But you hit the stage, you're good, you're golden. And now you get to fight another day. Ooh, that was scary.
Super close. We almost got our next player to come out. Charging the up smash. That's a freebie. Nice little combo here. Okay. Rack it up then. Perfect block.
Oh.
Man, Lakeland, their anchor, this Kirby, he is the only one that we've watched. Mr. Roman. Sorry about that. Roman is the only player that we've watched land perfect blocks the way that he does, and then land perfect out of shield perfect block punishes either into combos or into KO blows. He's been utilizing nairs a lot. That time we saw the down smash for the KO. This dude is very crispy, but they just left too much of a task in front of him. He has 6 more stocks to go with only 1 stock left. Lakeland in a huge deficit.
I mean, I've seen miracles before, not this big of a miracle, you know? Like, we've seen some stuff in SSBU that makes you go, dang, that was amazing to watch. This one, though, a little bit harder. We saw the Kirby get beat down before. And with this one, I expect a huge heavy hitter. Go ahead, bring out, you know, anything that you really wish. At this point, these are, we've seen 2 fresh characters. Okay, so we do bring out the Joker. Once again, so it's Kyla to come back out. The Joker, I think, is perfect. You get some amplification, and once you bring out that DPS, the Kirby ain't going to live too long.
In all esports that I've ever watched, ever casted, ever played in, anything that I've seen in esports, if he wins this would be the greatest clutch I've ever seen of all time.
Kirby supremacy, maybe.
And here it is, down to that last stock. Gets a little quick taunt, and it's time to throw them hands. Well, feet, if you will.
You ever seen through the feet? Like, have you ever thought if Kirby was actually like wearing boots?
You know, that's funny. Those are just his feet, right? He doesn't have shoes on, does he?
No, yeah, it's straight up like his feet. And I've been on the internet for way too long. Right now, though, the Joker is throwing down with the best of them. This is 61%, 72 mix, but that's a stamp of dreams, as that is one of the quickest stocks we've had this day.
Yeah. I mean, look, you go for the super hyper aggressive play to go down there with the Kirby down air. I mean, it made perfect sense. He jumped over you, and what are you gonna get? A re-down air, right? It just made so much sense. We've seen it a million times in Smash, and the play made sense for both players. Yeah, but it just didn't work out for you, as Lakeland's own Roman could not clutch it up for the squad. Great set from both teams. The second one a little bit more dominant for Kankakee, but we are going to have 4 dubs on the record over here for them. And Lakeland is now 2-4, and we have 4-2 for Kankakee. This is this is a tough season, man. I'm seeing that these players they're real gamers. I'm loving this because, I mean, like high school leagues, I generally do. I would say mostly I do Apex and I do Street Fighter, or any other fighting game that generally has me, right? This is the highest skill level in a high school league that I've ever seen. This is so good.
The crazy thing is, this is between two teams battling out for the middle of the pack. I can't wait to see what the top tier groups are. You know, the ones that are 6-0 in their series score, the ones that, you know, maybe we almost saw like a glimmer of last week, where it was just domination from the single player. I'm always curious to watch how those unfold, but I mean, here today, Kankakee really solidifying themselves as a very strong team. A 4-2 record could land you at second or third, depending on where all the standings are. So I loved it.
Yep. And I guarantee these players that are strutting their stuff in this high school league want to play esports in college. They need to hit up Los Portal, man. Los Portal is going to help these IHSEN students find and manage their own profiles and get their stats uploaded so they can be looked at for scholarships and get them some social media managers and things like that to help them on this esports journey. It doesn't end here. They have a long way to go if they so choose to take this route. Make sure you visit portal.leagueos.gg and make sure you show some love to another one of our sponsors that helped bring this stream to you today. And I, Zipmaster Flex, and my homie Orbital helped bring the stream to you today. But that's going to be the end of us. We had a great time here. I know I did. Orbital, how are you feeling?
I had a great time. I've never seen a Mewtwo actually be the pure counter to King K rule, but here we are.
Yep. Never seen that in my days. It was phenomenal to watch. Everything was great. Both of you guys, both schools, you did your things. I am a fan. Even though the second game was kind of landslidish in the favor of Kankakee, you guys over at Lakeland, you definitely strutted your stuff. You showed me that you guys are really good players. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. And hopefully me and Orbital get to cast some more of your games in the future. But today, that is going to be the end of us. Shout out all those sponsors down at the bottom. Make sure you go follow those social medias. And you can follow our social medias if you want. Also, Zipmaster Flex and Orbital_casting. But this is the end of us for today at Indiana Esports. We'll catch you guys next time.